Hey crew, welcome to today's Pilates. We are going to go ahead and get started on our mats. All you will need today is a mat. So let's go ahead and get down on our hands and knees, tabletop position, and we're going to start with some bird dogs. So raising opposite arm and leg and just alternating back and forth, making sure that we have a tight core, keeping our back flat. Alright, this next go, we're going to add a crunch. So as we come back down, we're going to just crunch it in the middle. Good job. Keep it up. Alright, now let's go ahead and do 3 in a row. So crunching, sending it right back on the same side. After the third, we're going to switch. Switching back. And let's do it again, one more time on each side. 3 in a row. Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and shake out those wrists. And then we're going to do a bear hover. So, tabletop position again. We'll get ready. 3, 2, 1. We're hovering those knees about 1 inch to 2 inches off the ground. Focus on tight core, flat back. Just breathing through it. Hands directly below your shoulders. If you need to, at any point, quickly tap your knees for a quick break, but pop right back up. Keep holding. You can do it. Breathe through it. We're going to do 15 more seconds. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and knees down. Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and get down on our right side. Or left, it really doesn't matter. I'm getting down on my right side. Got my knees bent and stacked, making sure my hips are equally stacked. Tight core. And we're going to do a clamshell, so we're just opening. Working that inner thigh and our hip rotation. Alright, let's add a toe flick. Internal and external rotation. Good job. All right, let's kick that leg out and let's just raise straight leg, keep that foot flexed. All right, bring that toe forward. We're going to do some rainbow arches. Bring it back and forward. Good job. All right, let's do some circles. You can either point your toe or keep it flexed. All right, let's do big circles. Let's reverse it, small circles. And big circles. Good job. All right, bend that knee and pat it out. And we're going to flip, do those moves on the other side. Ready? Starting with our clamshell, so let's make sure that our hips are equal again, or level. We're just opening. All right, let's add in that toe flick. Good job. Push through that burn. All right, let's straighten it out. Flex that toe, or flex your foot, and just raise. Good job. All right, bring it forward. We got our rainbow arches. Good job. All right, forward circle, small. And then we're going to go big. All right, reverse it with small circles. Let's go big. Good work, crew. All right, let's roll on our back. You guys know me, you know I love my glute bridges, so we're going to do some glute bridges. So, lining those heels up with our waist, and we're just pushing up through our heels, squeezing our glutes at the top. If you want a little more core, you can put those arms overhead. Okay, add in a knee opener for a little inner thigh work. do single leg, so cross one foot over the other knee and drive up. Alright, let's switch sides. Drive up with that opposite leg now. Push through that burn. Whew, good job. Alright, let's end with just regular glute bridges. Good work. Awesome job. Hug those knees in quick. Okay, let's go ahead. You can either stay crunched up or you can lay flat. Bring those knees to a 90, and we're just going to alternate toe taps. Alright, let's do it together. Woo, good job. Alright, hug them in. And then we got bicycle crunches. So we're going to go up and we're just going to alternate knee to elbow. Opposite knee to elbow. Good work. All right, let's go ahead, flip over. We're going to do a hand plank and alternate raising our legs. So let's go ahead and pop up in that hand plank. Then we're just going to alternate raising our legs. Try to keep your back flat, your core tight, and work those glutes. Alright, let's, instead of alternating legs, let's do shoulder taps. Two more on each side. Last one, and let's just hold this. Go work, crew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good work. Let's fold back into child's pose. All right. These next moves, we are going to stand. So let's go ahead, grab a sip of water, And then meet back on our mats in a standing position. Okay, standing, we are going to go into a wide stance, and you probably guessed it, sumo squat. So, wide stance, focus on that tight core, pretend that there is a string from tailbone to ceiling, and keep everything straight in a line, and your back is just sliding up and down a wall as your knees go out and over your toes. So make sure your knees aren't like folding in or wonky, but going out over your toes. If you need to adjust, this is going to be good inner thigh work. And we're just going to go squeeze those inner thighs and glutes as you come up. All right, let's go ahead and do a sumo squat down, calf raise, come up, and then we'll lower those heels. Again, calf raise at the bottom, come up, lower your heels. All right, now we're going to calf raise, go down, lower the heels, come up. Calf raise, lower, lower heels, come up. Good job. All right, let's stay down and let's pulse. Get a little lower in that squat. Keep pulsing. Push through the burn, getting stronger. And release. Come up. Shake it out. Good job. All right, let's do some single leg squats. So you can either put your foot behind you, keep it in front of you, but we're going to squat down. Try to keep your knee from going in. If you need to do it assisted, keep the toe of your opposite foot on the ground. But otherwise, we're going to just do 5 single leg squats. One more. Good job. All right, same thing, opposite leg. We're just switching sides. So let's squat. Whew, good job. All right, let's go ahead and do some split squats. So get in a stance. I have my left knee forward or my left foot forward. We're just split squatting. Driving through that front heel. Good job. All right, let's switch. Again, just split squat, right foot forward, downward dog and pedal it out. Bring those feet together, find stillness. I'm going to go ahead and send my right foot up, bend my knee, and open up through my hip. Take a couple breaths here, stretch it out. And we'll bring it back. And let's bring that leg forward. Plant our foot between our hands. Feel that stretch in your psoas. If you have your right foot forward, plant your left hand and open up through the right, bringing that right arm up, looking up. If you need to, you can drop that back knee down to your mat. All right, let's bring it back down. Walk that foot across to the left side of your mat. And then we'll drop down into pigeon pose. If this is a deep enough stretch, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can drop down to your elbows or all the way down to the ground. But this should feel good in that glute, IT area. If you are down, let's go ahead and come back up on our hands. And tuck those back toes. Come back up into downward dog. We're going to do all that on the opposite foot. So sending my left leg up, bending and opening through my hips. All right, straighten back out and bringing that that foot forward, planting it, hanging out here, feeling that stretch in my psoas, that hip flexor. Again, we're going to plant if you have your left foot forward, plant your right hand and bring your left foot up, or left hand up, sorry. Should feel good. All right, on the exhale, let's bring it back down. Walk that foot across for pigeon. Again, if this is a deep enough stretch, stay up here. Otherwise, you can drop down to elbows or all the way flat. This is a great post-run stretch that you guys can start incorporating if you would wish. Let's go back up on our hands. Go ahead and bring those feet back. Let's go into tabletop. Let's do some cat-cow. So inhale, drop that belly down. Exhale, arch that back. Move with your breath. Inhaling and dropping belly. Exhaling, arching your back. Good work, crew. All right, let's come to a seated position. Bring those bottom of your feet together. You can hold, you can massage your feet if you're barefoot or in your socks. You can hold onto your ankles, push those elbows into your thighs. Get a good thigh stretch here, inner thigh stretch. You can lean forward, you can stay upright, get a deeper stretch, do what feels good for you here. And with that, if you have time, keep on stretching. If not, I'm going to let y'all go. Wait to show up, wait to hit play, wait to get after it. If you guys like the videos, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. And I will let y'all go. Have an awesome day. We will see you in the next workout.